says he's fine, resting comfortably. He's recovering from a heart attack and triple bypass surgery. Killer, get better, Pat. We miss you. All right, a lot of talking going on right now in the NHL circles. Taylor Hall looking for a new deal with the Oilers, as is his teammate and line mate Jordan Eberle. While they wait, PK Subban continues to talk to Habs about a new deal. But the real deal we need right now is a new CBA in place. The meetings continue head-to-head tomorrow.
See your favorite CFL tilt from the past weekend again. Go to tsn.ca/CFL after the final weekend matchup to make your choice, and the winner will air Tuesday nights on TSN2. The CFL Fans' Choice Game of the Week on TSN2. NFL Kickoff 2012, September 5th at 7:30. You're watching TSN, Canada's sports leader, a division of Bell Media.
20 years, 20 glorious Canadian summers full of sun, fun, and skin. Golf skin, that is.
Oh, he staked it!
Here it comes. Oh, it's got some momentum. Oh, look at this. Could it be a counter? A year ago in Banff, Paul Casey added to the Lynx hijinks with a tee-ball to remember. His club of choice, his arm. Well, they're throwing it. Here it comes. Oh, he made it. How about it, Zane? He won the ball game, but mighty Casey struck out in the Skins game, allowing Jhonattan Vegas to hit the jackpot. Now, 1 year later, a 20th anniversary golf celebration sets sail for Atlantic Canada. 5 great players from 5 different parts of the planet, as Halifax, Nova Scotia, for the very first time, is the proud host of the TELUS World Skins Game. Tee time in the Maritimes. Next. TSN Championship Golf welcomes you to beautiful Atlantic Canada for the 2012 TELUS World Skins Game. A half-hour northeast outside of Halifax, Nova Scotia, we bring you to the hamlet of Hammonds Plains and the home of the Glen Arbour Golf Course. Host to another world-class event with players representing 5 different parts of the planet. Great Britain's Paul Casey, Carl Pettersson from Sweden, Lucas Glover of the United States, Venezuelan Jhonattan Vegas, the defending champion, and Canada's Stephen Ames. Our on-course reporters, Bob Weeks, and someone who knows this course very well, Maritimer Laurie Kane.
Thanks, Rod. Well, Laurie, you have played this golf course under tournament conditions, of course, the 2005 Canadian Women's Open. Give us a little bit of a sense of the characteristics of Glen Arbour.
Glen Arbour, kind of a traditional layout, beautiful piece of property, very up and down, so the undulations are in the fairways. Elevation changes from tees down to greens and then vice versa, tee up to greens. So the guys are going to have their hands full.
Okay. And also the weather we've had over the last 24 hours, a fair bit of rain out here as well. There's some wind. I mean, how will that affect play?
I think it'll affect play a lot. The fairways are probably a little bit softer than they might have been a couple of weeks ago. It's been pretty dry here in the Maritimes. So that's going to help them because there won't be that run out through some of the shorter sides of these fairways. Into the greens, they're going to be able to take dead aim. And it's a skins game.
I was just going to say, it is a skins game. As a player, I guess you have to kind of change your mentality when you step on the first tee, don't you?
Well, yeah, absolutely. We've got 5 great, talented PGA guys here this week. They're going to, like I said, take dead aim at these flags. First in wins is usually what I say. So if I'm not in first, then I'm going to get the pom-poms out and start cheering.
All right, Rod. I think there'll be a lot of cheering here on day 1.
And there should be. Look at this fabulous field. The 5-some ready to roll here at Glen Arbour. Sunsplash day. Pretty simple how the TELUS World Skins Game works. As Laurie said, first in wins, but nobody else must tie you. Low score wins, money carried over. If there is a carryover on hole 18, we go to a sudden death pitch off. Total purse $360,000. We start with $15,000 for the first 6 holes, up to $20,000 for the next 6, and the final 6, $25,000 each. A lot of money on the line as usual, a lot of money for charity. One of the great events of the Canadian summer. First hole, dog leg right, Par 4, 427 yards here at Glen Arbour. On a sun-splashed day. Does not get any better. So let's send you down to the first tee now to introduce the players. Once again, here's Bob Weeks.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to day one of the TELUS World Skins Game, the 20th TELUS World Skins Game. We'd obviously like to thank TELUS, but also today UPS. The iconic brown UPS trucks are now in your neighborhood, connecting your business to this world. UPS is proud to be the official logistics partner of the 2012 TELUS World Skins Game. Now let's meet the players who are going to tee off today to vie for all this money and help us raise some wonderful funds for IWK. First on the tee, here he is from Calgary, Alberta, Stephen Ames. Stephen, you are the home. Yeah. Stephen, you're the home country favorite here. Now, the question is, are you going to be a gracious host or a greedy host?
Gracious. Yeah.
You're going to let them win all the skins?
Definitely.
All right, let's see you go.
Yeah. I know. Oh, gosh.
Oh, he's being a gracious host, but perhaps a little facetious. Of course, Stephen Ames, one of the great players, born in Trinidad and Tobago, makes his home here now. Look at all of the money that he has won at the TELUS World Skins Game. He won this event in Whistler, BC, back in 2005.
Rock lobster!
Nice fade.
Next on the tee from England, Paul Casey. Paul, last year, there were 5 players in the field. You came 5th. What do you need to do this year to switch that around?
Wow. You said those were going to be easy questions. Well, Amesy's going to be a gracious host, so if he was really going to be a gracious host, it shouldn't be a problem. 4th should be wrapped up.
All right, good luck.
Oh, he is one classy individual who last year may not have won the Skins Game, but he was one of the best entertainers out there. Has that British wit and has one mighty rocket arm. Memorable moment last year in Banff.
Next on the tee from the United States, Lucas Glover. Lucas, I know you guys are all friends back here, but what would it mean for you to beat these 4 other guys?
That would mean Ames was a really gracious host.
Detecting a theme here.
Yeah, well, you know, we just try to support Stephen.
All right, go get him.
Almost hard to recognize Lucas Glover this year. In the past, sporting that Grizzly Adams beard. Second appearance. Won a lot of money last year. Former U.S. Open champion.
Next on the tee from Sweden, Carl Pettersson. Carl, you are the rookie in this field this year. Are you expecting these guys to be welcoming?
I hope so. I don't feel like a rookie. I feel old.
All right, old man, go get him.
Well, born in Sweden, has that American drawl.
Doesn't call
Went
it
to
young.
University, Carolina.
I'm younger than you, Stephen.
One of his biggest wins, of course,
Everybody
in
is.
Canada,
I don't
2
feel young.
summers ago.
Common theme. Skins Game. To go with Titan first.
Next on the tee from Venezuela, Jhonattan Vegas. Jhonattan, you are the defending champion. What do you need to do to keep that title?
Just got to be playing, you know, same golf that these guys do. And, you know, I mean, this time I'm going to try to take it easy on some of these older guys. So should be fun.
All right, go get them.
Oh, taking it easy on the older guys. He's an engaging soul. Venezuela's Johnny Vegas cashed in big time in the Rockies last summer. Defending champ. And he can bomb it.
Oh, Barry. Oh, Barry.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Barry.
Oh, right in the lip.
Bunker for Jhonattan Vegas. And our Fab Five are off.
Captain's choice, right? These poor UPS people are going to walk with us.
Carrying the package?
Only inside the ropes.
Oh, it's almost as bad as Tiger, Phil, and Bubba at US Open. We played behind that. We counted 120.
Inside the ropes?
Inside the ropes.
The worst I've seen in
US Open, 120.
I know, I tried to hit a fade.
I feel bad for people who ride cups. They sit there all morning waiting for somebody to come through, and then all of a sudden there's...
So as the boys are saying, the mics are on. All the players ready to go here, and a lot of people inside the ropes. Up close and personal, the TELUS World Skins Game is underway.
The 2012 TELUS World Skins Game is brought to you by TELUS. The future is friendly. And by the new VRS clubs from Nike, our fastest family ever. Rubber was a revolution in the core of the golf ball. Rubber was the promise of more distance, more spin, more wins. But rubber was. Because the next revolution is resin.
Do you dream in chocolate? Taste Lindor, created with passion only by Lind's master chocolatiers, like nothing you've ever experienced. Exquisite Lindt chocolate with an irresistible center. When you break its shell, Lindor's smooth center starts to melt, and so will you. Smooth, flowing, luscious chocolate, like no other. Lindor from Lindt.
Vancouver Golf Course. Coquitlam, BC is the home of the 2012 Canadian Women's Open. LPGA stars meet in the Lower Mainland hoping to capture one of the marquee events of the season. World #1 Yanni Sang leads a strong field chasing defending champion Brittany Lincecum.
To be 13 under. Gorgeous up and down.
CN Canadian Women's Open starts Thursday at 2 on TSN with rounds 3 and 4 on CBC.
A postcard a minute. Spectacular vistas in Atlantic Canada. Go to novascotia.com to catch some of this great scenery. Welcome back to Glen Arbour Golf Course, site of the 2012 TELUS World Skins Game. We are off and playing with our fivesome here on this par 72. Opened back in 1999. Graham Cook is the designer, a fine amateur player in Canada. Congratulations to the superintendent, Mike DeYoung, and his great staff here who have helped get this golf course ready for these world-class players.
Wow.
Second shot upcoming.
Okay.
Stephen Ames in the bunker. Let's go down to our reporters, Bob Weeks and Laurie Kane.
Laurie, are we a go?
Hey, VG.
Laurie, Stephen Ames now in the bunker.
VG.
Can you see what kind of lie he has there?
He's on the upslope of that bunker. He's got 162. I don't think the lip should cause any trouble, being as tall as he is. I think he's probably got, I'm going to guess, a 6-iron. Well, there you go. He's got a 6-iron. A little back into the wind here. It's a little bit left.
Me?
Go ahead, Carl.
Member bounce.
Did it?
Hey, good shot, Stephen Ames.
Local knowledge.
I turned around. That was 20 yards left.
Carl Pettersson with an
here all the
awkward
time.
lie here. He's 159 left to
His
go.
head's up there on the left.
That's on a good line.
Oh, okay.
Paul's got 160. Again, the wind's a little bit in and out of the right.
Get down. Get down.
Not bad.
Lucas Glover from 152. Kind of a down lie. It's sitting down in a little bit of a nest.
Wow.
That one's squirting to the right. That 9-iron ends up in the bunker.
Yeah. Well, pretty was it? The whole design that way, isn't it? To the left, kicks off on the green.
Jhonattan Vegas is also in the bunker, again on the upslope. Shouldn't have too much trouble getting this. It'll just be a question of if he can read the wind. Very high, a little bit left.
Okay.
And just in the fringe, front left. For Jhonattan Vegas.
Pretty entertaining, yeah.
Johnny V. Again, the defending champion last year. Won the Bob Hope Classic 2011, his lone PGA Tour victory. Earnings over $2.5 million for the Venezuelan with a catchy name. He caught fire a year ago in Banff. This bunker shot led to his first skin, $15,000. Got on a roll. Birdie on 8, 2 skins, 40,000. Another birdie on 13 on day 2. Jackpot, 4 skins, 85,000. Vegas won 7 skins, $140,000 in that beautiful trophy. TELUS World Skins Game champion last year.
That looked long in the end, mind you.
So the players approach the green. The first hole here, again, worth $15,000.
Yeah, they have. Really? Yeah.
Fairways too, huh? What'd you hit, Paul?
8.
What ball are you playing?
Yes.
Go. The old one. The old one still?
Yeah, but I got some new ones that we just tested last week. It's a variant of the 20X line. I don't know, new mantle.
Okay, Carl Pettersson just off the green. His third shot, a little chip. Nestles close, so he'll have his par. You need a birdie here, and maybe that won't even be enough.
Whatever you want, Lucas. One tie, we'll tie. One tie, we'll tie, Carl.
You can be generous and give me that. That could be great.
Oh, gee, where are you?
I'm down here in the boogans.
Life's good, baby. LP.
Okay, Jhonattan Vegas with his putter just off the green.
Yes, it does.
Oh boy.
And that's off the green.
That's it?
Set. I got it.
And just off the green again.
Good luck.
Hey, just going for the make.
Yeah, I thought you were.
Lucas Glover. Greenside bunker, his third shot. Oh, almost hold it.
Ciao, Lucas. Thank you. Yeah, you don't have to bother, right?
Lucas, you're going for the old Disney shot, huh?
Yeah. 25 yards less.
About that, wasn't it?
So they're winding their way down here.
What's that?
You might be in my lane.
Let me go hot.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Once again, let's join Bob and Lori.
Okay, Laurie, Stephen coming up the hill. This putt going to move to his right, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, it should. I actually thought a little bit the other way, left to
Did
right.
you?
Yeah. Just a little at the hole. It should move to his right. Good roll.
I mean, is that good then? You pick it up,
Yeah.
Casey should get a little bit of a read off that putt.
Oh, big time. This should be green light special.
That look legal to you?
That's too close enough.
Entirely legal.
Lucas Glover is a generous helper there, trying to help him read that putt. Like you said at the intro, this is the pom-pom time.
Yeah, that's right.
Good try.
Felt good.
Go ahead and finish it. Yeah,
Not a fan.
yeah. You were trying to make that, weren't you?
Take your time. Okay.
Carl, I think you actually better make yours.
Yes. No, you gotta make yours.
It's a little longer than thing.
Can we practice putt?
Yeah.
Actually, nobody's taught Stephen here.
That he has to make it. He has to make it. Yeah.
I think I got it. Come on, Carl.
Come on, Carl.
Counting on you.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Already different story in a few years when they banned the long.
So they get their ties,
Tough break, Steve.
and they carry over the money. $30,000 upcoming on the second hole of par 3 here at Glen Arbour.
The VRS driver was designed to hit the ball as far as possible. That's why the engineers who designed it focused their efforts on the one part of the club that actually hits the ball.
Here in my lifetime would mean the world to me. I was 11 years old when I found out I had diabetes, I was really scared. So the two questions that I asked my mom were, am I gonna die and will I be able to dance again? The Band app helps you take care of your diabetes. It's great for TELUS to have so much involvement with it. Diabetes isn't this humongous part of you. It's something that you have, it's not who you are.
I'm bound to thank you for it. Na, 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 na.
Thursday, still getting it done at 40. AC has passed forward 300 yards in 6 straight.
Touchdown!
Henry Burris and the Ticats have lost 2, but a win in Montreal could tie them with the Owls. Then,
I'm a gunslinger.
Joey Elliott threw for 400-plus yards in just his 3rd CFL start. Now, he faces the league's top defense. The CFL on TSN kicks off Thursday with the Ticats and Alouettes at 7, followed by Wendy's Friday Night Football. Lions, Bombers at 7:30. Saturday, MLS doubleheader action. First, a huge game at Saputo Stadium. Canadian star Dwayne De Rosario looks to keep DC United in the playoff hunt, but Montreal will be looking to make their own impact on the Eastern playoff race. Later, TFC hits the road to battle Houston. The Reds will be testy after the Dynamo marched into BMO Field and won 2-0 in July. Will revenge be in order? Montreal Impact, DC United, Saturday at 4. Houston Dynamo, Toronto FC, Saturday at 8:30. Presented by Kia.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
2-tie, all-tie. First hole, second hole, the par 3, now worth $30,000 Canadian. There is what it is worth in the other currencies, the UK pound, Swedish krona, and Venezuelan bolivar. Pretty straightforward hole. Par 3, 174 yards, but not so straightforward is the fact if one of these players can get an ace, a hole-in-one, will be worth $1 million to the charity, the IWK Health Center Foundation. So good luck, boys. May you win $1 million for the charity. They are ready to hit here. And once again, back down to Bob and Lori.
Really? Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Now you got to remember, right?
Well, Lori, this pin is in a little precarious spot, isn't it? Just a bit on a ledge.
For sure. He's going to, well, the wind's off the right, or his right. I see him hitting this a little bit down the left side of this green and let it feed into the hole. Let's hope for a 1.
A little too much oomph on that one.
Yeah, a little too much bat, maybe.
Sometimes tough to tell the wind back at the tee there.
For sure.
Sort of tucked into the trees.
What'd you hit? Yeah, so it just changed. When I think I hit, it's completely switched. It's got to be 7.
Now they're going back to the bag. Paul Casey is watching that shot of Stephen Ames and trying to figure out exactly what to hit.
185.
He did have an 8-iron in his hand. Lori, that might have been a bit too much for him. Maybe not enough for him. Looks like he's gone to 7.
Yeah, I think the type of shot here is to play it flight a little bit lower than Stephen did. I think Stevens rode the wind, so maybe this one will come in a little bit lower. Paul talked about possibly playing a cut today, so let's see how he does. Well,
it actually wasn't too bad distance-wise. It landed on the back of that hump and kind of rolled, fed it back a little bit ways.
Welcome to Glen Arbour.
Yeah.
Ames was lying, but he was
Not being very gracious at the moment, is he?
Well, Lucas has a
Come on.
Sorry.
Lucas has a lower ball flight to begin with, so this might help him. Also with a 7-iron.
Uh-oh. Looking good. Looking good, yeah. Is that a knockdown 9-iron?
Wedge.
Wedge? Okay.
Down to the steel.
Carl Pettersson with a 7-iron as well in this hole. Another guy with a fairly low ball flight compared to the others.
Copy that.
Get up. Get up. Okay.
Those are going to be interesting putts from the back of the green, Laurie.
Well, that hole is sitting right on a little knob. Lucas is...
Long hitting Johnny Vegas. He's got the 8-iron in his hands.
Oh, oh. Come on, Million. Go. Go, Million. Go. Million, go. Oh.
Is that $1 million for the hole-in-one?
Yep.
For the charity, yeah. That's the hole-in-one right there.
Johnny Vegas and the players getting a real taste of Halifax and the Maritimes.
That's the good one.
Here's Bob Weeks now on the host hotel for the TELUS World Skins Game.
Do you get a car? An Acura.
Named after England's greatest naval hero Horatio Nelson, the Lord Nelson Hotel and Suites took a year to build and was opened as a Canadian Pacific Railways hotel on October 22, 1928. The talk of the town was the gold leaf lobby ceiling, replicated from the House of Commons in Ottawa. As a legendary landmark located across from the beautiful public gardens, the hotel has attracted the international set, including Queen Elizabeth II, prime ministers, politicians, and celebrities from Louis Armstrong to the Rolling Stones.
Back on the second hole, players approaching the green, $30,000 on the line, another TELUS World Skins Game. Through the years, 20 years now, so many great made-for-TV moments, but no one has been a better entertainer in this format than Long John Daly. Sleeping on the job in 02. And then a year later, one of the great trick shots.
Are you kidding me?
Off the top of a Diet Coke can, John Daly, the clown prince of golf. And in this format, he is priceless.
Yeah. Wow.
So some birdie putts.
No, I think it's me.
Back down to the green again, Bob Weeks and Laurie Kane.
All right, well, some very interesting putts here, Laurie. I don't think there's anything, any gimmies out here. Even the shorter two putts are not certainly right in there. Looks like Stephen Ames will be the first to play. What do you see in this putt?
Thank you, Mr. Carl.
He probably has about 35 or 40 feet, and it's going to go slightly uphill about the first 10 feet and then down to his left. This is, I suppose, in a skins game you might take dead aim, but he's got about a 2-foot break, I think, right to left.
Normally getting this anywhere within a couple of feet would probably be a good putt, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The greens here at Glen Arbour are adventures, to say the least.
They are, but the boys were telling me they're absolutely perfect.
They look like they're in great shape.
Just got total hose job. Felt so bad for him. He was fighting. He's knocking right out of it.
Of course, when you can bite me, like, 6 feet off the fairway.
Yeah, literally.
I took 2 playing balls. I was 10 feet off the fairway. I've hit a drive, like I have, like, let's say. Not bad, right?
Not bad, just a little firmer, who was good. Good pace.
Carl Pettersson next to play his putt. And he's got more, it looks like more of that knob to deal with here. A little bit more of it anyway, Laurie.
Oh, absolutely. I think realistically he's got to take this up towards Lucas and Johnny.
Now he's the lone long putter in this group, 5. And do you think it makes a difference on longer putts with a long putter?
You get some help.
Absolutely. I think Carl also told me that he's been putting with this for pretty much his whole career. So with all of the discussion about anchoring it, not anchoring it, that kind of stuff, you know, it's an interesting topic.
Took that way outside and it's swooping. Still wasn't enough.
No. It's a tough putt.
Wow. Lucas, me right out there.
thought it was yours. You should go.
It's me, yeah.
If Paul went to school at all on Stevens' putt, he could literally make this one, I think.
Paul's a very good putter from long distance. He's ranked 5th on the PGA Tour on putts outside of 25 feet. This would qualify, I think, as one of those.
Yes. From my distance, he looks like he's aiming about 4 feet outside that hole.
I think Lucas and Jhonattan maybe got a little nervous there with seeing that one come to the hole.
Come on, Lucas, put it in.
Good run at it.
And Lucas Glover, who had the perfect mileage on his tee shot. A full hip turn into that one.
I don't know, Bob. I think they need to shake off lunch.
Opens the door for Jhonattan Vegas.
Why not?
But as I was saying, this isn't a gimme either, Lori.
No. I don't think we've had a gimme yet, have we? 2 holes into this.
Down grain, downhill. Take your time.
Lag it in.
Oh, yes.
Well done. I didn't want to make it pot.
Well done.
I didn't want to make it pot. Didn't want to make it pot.
Oh, really?
The defending champion strikes first. Johnny Vegas, $30,000. Here's Bob.
Jhonattan, always good to get on the board early at a skins game. How did that putt feel?
Oh, great, man. I mean, like you said, I mean, it's so important to get off early, get the monkey off your shoulder, and now I can go play and hit more aggressive shots. But it's fun. I mean, we're having a blast, and, you know, the crowd is phenomenal. I mean, what a better place to be right now.
Of course, last year you came through and won this event. What did it mean for you to walk away here as the TELUS Skins Game champion last year?
Well, like I said, I mean, every time you win, I mean, it really gives you a lot of confidence. And so, I mean, that's kind of what I took from it, and hopefully we'll take it again this year.
All right, back up to Rod.
No Vegas hangover from last year. Johnny Vegas, the defending champion, is in the hole. 2 skins, $30,000. We head to the 3rd hole, the par 5, coming up next.
And back inside the Sports Center newsroom, I'm Corey Warren. The next edition of Sports Center comes your way at 10 o'clock Eastern time. Let's get you up to speed with some of the stories that we are following for you. Some baseball action. Blue Jays Tigers bottom 1. Ricky Romero control issues. Walks Delman Young, bases loaded. Austin Jackson scores. 3-0 Detroit now as they play in the top of the 4th. Braves and Nationals, Washington 15-5 in the month of August. Steven Strasburg dealing early. Strikes out Michael Bourne, then gets Dan Ugla. He had 3 Ks through 2. It's 1-0 Nats currently in a rain delay. The Oilers are reportedly very close to an agreement on a contract extension with Taylor Hall. The team is also talking to Jordan Eberle about a new extension, although no deal is said to be imminent. And after being knocked out of the Monday Nighter yesterday, Michael Vick has been diagnosed with bruised ribs. We'll have a whole lot more coming up on Sports Center. We'll see you at 10 o'clock Eastern.
The VRS driver was designed to hit the ball as far as possible. That's why the engineers who designed it focused their efforts on the one part of the club that actually hits the ball.
Here in my lifetime would mean the world to me. I was 11 years old when I found out I had diabetes. I was really scared. So the 2 questions that I asked my mom were, am I gonna die and will I be able to dance again? The BANT app helps you take care of your diabetes. It's great for TELUS to have so much involvement with it. diabetes isn't this humongous part of you. It's something that you have, it's not who you are.
I'm bound to thank you for it. Na, 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 na.
Every day, something unpredictable and outstanding happens in sports. SportsCenter takes you beyond the game with all the news and highlights and the most comprehensive insight and analysis in Canada. Day in, day out, SportsCenter delivers the perspective you need. From our ultimate insiders to the most exciting top 10 moments in sports. Our team has you covered. SportsCenter on TSN. Your game lives here.
First time ever that Halifax has hosted the TELUS World Skins Game, but a big event was played out here in 2005. Canadian Women's Open, LPGA rookie Mina Lee entered the final round trailing by 3, shot a 3 under par 69 at Glen Arbour. A memorable one, her first career LPGA title. She will never forget it. Nor will a lot of the players who were here that week. Glen Arbour now hosting the Skins Game. So as we were away, the players hit their tee balls on this reachable third hole, the par 5, 521 yards. Players now getting ready for their second shots. Stephen Ames will play first. Lori, what's he got?
He's got 212 to the pin. Quite a bit uphill the shot is, and he's got a pretty drastic side hill lie.
Hey, Jonathan, it's you, isn't it? Okay.
Just a discussion who's away.
Same pin positions as this morning, aren't we? So we've got a ton of room left of it.
All right, Stephen's ready.
Yes.
You should probably play this just out to the right.
That's right. That's the right hammer. I think that's done. He called me on Saturday. Still text me. You need to talk.
That's a little
You
skinny.
know what that means. So I
Oh,
sent
well,
him
that's
a text.
another way to play it. Run it up there.
Situation, and he didn't respond, so I knew it was something.
Vegas is in the
But I actually
bunker.
didn't know it 'cause he's-
Might have an issue with the lip. I don't think so. It's a good lie. Again, way uphill to this green.
Comes looking over himself. That's why she did not want it. But you did it.
He's obviously not caring about the lip because he has chosen a 3-iron. Well, it should have been a 4, maybe. That did catch the lip coming out.
Donald got binned, I guess. Telling you about Donald.
Can't be long. Can't be long.
Pettersson 193 left.
Wow. Already got the 3 holes in. Stop. Alrighty, I sort of know where the flag is. It's actually
That's on a good line.
first big tree here.
Shot.
Nice solid 5-iron right up on the green.
The yardage there.
Maybe long.
Exactly.
Maybe long. Nobody clapped it.
Now Lucas Glover 188 left. In a prime position here.
I thought I had 2 points.
That's 6.
I haven't had a yardage yet. Shot.
Lucas doesn't know how good that's getting.
Oh, okay, not bad.
And that will be a 4-footer left for an eagle. Not only good for the Skins, but also good for the charity, worth $3,000. You can sink that one.
Here we got Paul. He's got an 8-iron. Gonna take it up over these trees, I think.
Oh, wow.
I don't think that's far enough left. Oh, I think I left it in the bunker.
What's going on?
Well, Paul will be happy to know it's not in the bunker. His third shot upcoming. Of course, the biggest winner of the TELUS World Skins Game is always the charitable component. Here's Bob Weeks with one of Canada's great heroes.
Well, thanks, Rod. Here is General Rick Hillier. And, General, I know you are deeply involved with TELUS these days, and this must give you a lot of pride to be out here in Atlantic Canada and see this wonderful event taking place.
Bob, I do have a lot of pride in being here, and it is a wonderful event on a wonderful day in a beautiful golf course in an awesome region. Of course, I'm from Atlantic Canada, so glad to be here and glad to help contribute to this region with TELUS, for sure.
Now, this golf tournament will raise a lot of money for IWK here in Halifax. I mean, that's, I guess, what we're all here for, isn't it?
It is, and you know something, I've been part of TELUS now and helping them implement their strategy of give where you live across our nation, doing it specifically here in Atlantic Canada, and this really is what it's all about, is giving back to the communities where we live and work each and every day. And now with IWK being the recipient, we think it's going to have a significant impact on them, and therefore a significant impact on the people who live right in this region and the kind of health care that they receive. So it's an awesome opportunity.
General, how's your golf game?
It's actually pretty mediocre. Yesterday it wasn't bad. Hit some good golf balls, hit some bad ones, as always.
Well, let's go watch and see how the real guys do it.
And they're going to do it here well this afternoon for sure. We've got an exciting group here, and a lot of good golf balls will be hit. And again, we hope that they're going to help, you know, raise some additional money. For example, if they get a birdie, that's $2,000 a birdie will contribute from TELUS to IWK. If they get an eagle, that's $3,000 more, and on and on and on. So hopefully they'll play some really great golf and help earn even more money to pass on to IWK and the people of this region for their health care.
Sounds like a wonderful plan.
It is.
Thank you, General. Thank you, Bob. While we were away,
Yeah. You want to play it?
Johnny Vegas and Stephen Ames played their third balls to the green. So Paul Casey now, and once again, let's join Bob and Lori.
Paul's got, well, it looks like he's going to go in the air with this one, Bob.
Yeah, he's got the face wide open. Doesn't have a lot of green to work with here.
He's going to bounce it off that. Ooh.
Sounded a little clunky.
Yeah, when you choose to play that shot, you got to commit and swing through.
Where's everybody? All here. On one behind me.
Carl Peterson's putt here, I think you might need air brakes on this one. This is sitting on the top of a ledge. It's going to come motoring down there.
The only thing probably going in his favor is that he's into the wind.
Just got to hit this one and hope that the cup stops it. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
It does what it's supposed to.
Well, it's all strategy now because he's got Lucas in there pretty close.
Struggling with the long putts. I couldn't get him a hole.
Really?
Yeah. I think the head was too much. So I went with a real heavy head on this. Speed's been good.
Make sure you kind of release it.
It was a good effort to try and get it there, but you can see how far it ran past. There wasn't really much you could do. You couldn't hit it much softer. It wouldn't get down the hill.
No.
Some had it right here. Oh, did it? I thought I could stop it. Yeah. Oh. It had to be this.
And now Steven's got back up the hill. I think it's pretty straight. Bingo.
Very nice. What ball, Mr. Ames?
Thank you.
I don't know. Does he make you call him Mr.? He does.
If I want to putt, it makes me feel old. Rammed it on the left.
Thanks, Jonathan.
You're welcome, sir.
Stop talking. But LG.
Very nice.
I'll tell you, that's a pretty darn good 2-putt.
You got enough for the birdie for the charity.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's right. You know, we...
Oh, there we go.
Cool.
Good call, Carl.
Hey. Yeah. Well done, Carl. Not just a pretty face.
I don't know. Lucas has a pull Lucas has that.
And now Lucas Glover can make himself and IWK a little money here with this putt.
Lucas Glover is on the board. The eagle lands on the 3rd hole for $15,000.
Well, Lucas, it took you 2 days to get on the board last year, but you made it early this year. That was a fine second shot in there.
Thank you. Yeah, just we had a good number. 190 up the hill, and the downhill or the uphill and the wind were kind of canceling each other. So played the number, which is a perfect 6-iron for me, and I got a little help from the slope, I heard. So happy with it.
And the putt was full measure. You didn't baby that one.
No, well, I had 2 birdies in, and you know, if we get a chance to hit a 3-footer and take the breakout, we try to do it. So I had that advantage. Happy to make an eagle and get a little money for the charity.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Bob.
Lucas Glover loves it. On the board, Johnny Vegas leads. We head to the 4th hole, $15,000, par 4, coming up at the TELUS World Skins Game.
Do you dream in chocolate? Taste Lindor. Created with passion only by Lind's master chocolatiers. Like nothing you've ever experienced. Exquisite Lindt chocolate with an irresistible center. When you break its shell, Lindor's smooth center starts to melt. And so will you. Smooth, flowing, luscious chocolate. Like no other. Lindor from Lindt.
Rubber was a revolution in the core of the golf ball. Rubber was the promise of more distance, more spin, more wins. But rubber was. Because the next revolution is resin.
Vancouver Golf Course. Coquitlam, BC is the home of the 2012 Canadian Women's Open. LPGA stars meet in the Lower Mainland hoping to capture one of the marquee events of the season. World number 1 Yanni Sang leads a strong field chasing defending champion Brittany Lincecum.
To be 13 under. Gorgeous up and down.
CN Canadian Women's Open starts Thursday at 2 on TSN with rounds 3 and 4 on CBC. It's about showing your true colors. Uniting as one. Leading, not following. Standing up. Giving back. Coming together. Reaching out. Celebrating the love of the game. Being a fan. It's about soccer. The MLS is on TSN and TSN2.
On to the fourth hole at the TELUS World Skins Game in Glen Arbour. Jhonattan Vegas leads the way. Lucas Glover, his eagle on the third hole, puts him on the board. 3 others with goose eggs right now. Looking to get on the board here on the fourth hole, a par 4, 360 yards. Lots of water, a lot of trees. And with a good drive here, the players should get close to the hole. $15,000 on the line. While we were away, the players did tee off. A couple of them are within 40 yards of the green, but the biggest hitter of the bunch is in the junk. Jhonattan Vegas with a stray tee ball.
Down the middle and straight.
And so in trouble, there's Bob Weeks down there with Johnny Vegas.
Which one's mine again?
Bobby?
Yeah. I thought I was on the left. This one?
Jhonattan Vegas doesn't have much here, Rod. It's he's getting familiar with the Canadian fir trees here, so he's taking an unplayable lie, obviously, from there. There was just no way you could play. He was in the hazard, red stakes, so he was getting a drop here. Brent McLaughlin from Golf Canada giving him the ruling.
Can you give it to him? Like, seriously? He's like, he wants to build one like yours. Then you could just take that. He's just my backup. They're all built the same.
And he's back in play.
I'll go.
I mean, honestly, I get Nike Rob to make me like 4 or 5, and I usually keep 2 and send 3 back.
It's about 45 yards to the flag.
Shot. Cool. No. Well, it's to you. Just.
Laurie, these guys all took a good rip at this hole. This par 4, just 360 yards, and all of them with little wedge shots here left.
Right. This is where you can see, you know, sometimes there's that you're getting too close to the green without a full shot, downwind, tough green to hold.
Pettersson from 40 yards.
Well, Stephen might have learned a little bit there. I've got Stephen at 39 yards. This type of shot, you don't really think of the number. This is all feel.
Shot, Stephen.
Great shot.
How much of that, Laurie, do you think was him picking up on watching the other 2 balls take a big bounce?
Oh, 100%, all of it.
I'm an antique. That's the only part left in my game.
Lucas Glover, 29 yards. He'll try to match Stephen Ames' shot there.
Well, Paul probably has the best chance here.
The antique.
Certainly has the best angle at it, doesn't he, Laurie?
Yeah, absolutely. He looks like he's got, I would say it's probably a 9-iron. He's just going to play a little bump and run. The greens are perfect, so he should hit it halfway and let the greens do the rest.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
Oh, he's being kind there.
Little collection area at the back of the green here now.
Yeah, Paul just hit that a little bit, a little heavy.
Sure.
All right, that was an easy one for me to read.
Well, like you said at the start of the show, Laurie, first in, and now you just sit and wait for the other guys, right?
Yeah, and I think all the boys better get their pom-poms out.
Johnny.
Easy game when you don't care.
Johnny Vegas rolls it in. Unfortunately, he had the stroke penalty as well, so that doesn't match Stephen just yet. He's still in the clear.
One down.
All right, team, what do we got?
Yeah, we need to look at this.
I know, no, it's not. It's not good.
Yeah, just outside left.
Professional players.
It's got to be left to right, isn't it?
Yeah, gotta be.
Yeah, just a
You
little
can't
bit.
be reading the same putt. Come on.
Suddenly, it's become a team game
Gotta
here.
go a little bit that way. All right, watch this, boys.
All right,
Come on.
DC, go wait
Just
on
that
us.
side. I think it straightens up at the end.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if you learned anything.
You know, Laura, it's almost like these guys are playing a scramble against Stephen. They're all basically putting from the same spot.
That's exactly what they're doing, Bob.
Look at him.
Man, what's they coming your size?
Two of them have missed it on the right side. Let's see if Lucas learned anything.
No love for the glove.
Gracious host.
The gracious host, not so gracious.
Good putt.
Let's go down to Bob.
Lucky.
Okay, thanks.
All right, Stephen, it looked almost like those guys were playing a scramble ball against you. All three back up there, three of the four anyway back up there. Yeah, but they still could have got it. You snuck in and you've got yourself on the board.
I have, yes, which is nice. You always, in these things, you don't want to get shut out, and I was fortunate enough to hit a very good little lob wedge there, a couple of feet. Actually, it's a little further than where it was this morning, but it was a good shot.
Did it look like you might have had a watch from the other guys to see how firm it was here? Because their shots came in and certainly took a big bounce, did you?
It did. You know what? The good thing about this golf course, the fairways are extremely wet, but the greens still have a lot of firmness to it, considering how much rain that they've had. And I did notice that this morning when we were playing in the Pro-Am. So it was, and I had, like I said earlier on, that was actually a little further than where I hit it this morning. It was the exact same shot.
All right, well, there's more on the board to go get. Back up to you, Rod.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you, Stephen. There is the famous Citadel. Historical Halifax. Stephen Ames gets it started in his bank account, $15,000.
Tell you what I'm gonna do. Gonna listen every day, hang on every word you say. Hey, I'll be your dream come true. Always be there for you. Always be there for you. Always be there for you.
Rubber was a revolution in the core of the golf ball. Rubber was the promise of more distance, more spin, more wins. But rubber was. Because the next revolution is resin.
Do you dream in chocolate? Taste Lindor, created with passion only by Lind's master chocolatiers, like nothing you've ever experienced. Exquisite Lindt chocolate with an irresistible center. When you break its shell, Lindor's smooth center starts to melt. And so will you. Smooth, flowing, luscious chocolate, like no other. Lindor from Lindt.
Saturday, MLS doubleheader action. First, a huge game at Saputo Stadium. Canadian star Dwayne De Rosario looks to keep DC United in the playoff hunt, but Montreal will be looking to make their own impact on the Eastern playoff race. Later, TFC hits the road to battle Houston. The Reds will be testy after the Dynamo marched into BMO Field and won 2-0 in July. Will revenge be in order? Montreal Impact, DC United, Saturday at 4. Houston Dynamo, Toronto FC, Saturday at 8:30. Presented by Kia. Vancouver Golf Course. Coquitlam, BC is the home of the 2012 Canadian Women's Open. LPGA stars meet in the Lower Mainland hoping to capture one of the marquee events of the season. World number 1 Yanni Sang leads a strong field chasing defending champion Brittany Lincecum.
To be 13 under. Gorgeous up and down.
CN Canadian Women's Open starts Thursday at 2 on TSN with rounds 3 and 4 on CBC.
Fifth hole, TELUS World Skins Game from Glen Arbour, north of Halifax. Paul Casey, Carl Pettersson, shut out so far, maybe on this hole. Fifth hole, par 4, straight away. The key is second shots. It's an uphill climb for the last 80 yards or so. Players, again, should be able to get it pretty close to this green. So back down to the tee box, Stephen Ames with the honor.
Nice. Muy bien.
And here is the former U.S. Open champ.
Just barely. Just barely.
Good one, Stephen.
Cleanly shaven. Lucas Glover. Had the Mountain Man beard going last year.
I'd keep that driver, Lucas.
Johnny Vegas, our leader right now.
Oh my. Holy.
I gotta get back for
That is deep.
That pitch in the second one?
Very deep.
Where's the Maggie back? Oh.
Good run.
That's probably too close. Put too much spin on it.
Yeah. Come on, Paul. Can you do that one?
No.
Oh, Paul Casey's a strong guy. Even he admits he's going to have a tough time getting out there with Vegas. Look at those forearms.
Hang on, Steven. I got to hit. Oh.
Hey, whoop. Hold up.
Just cleared it.
Just past you.
Just? You got the heel, though.
Gallery forgetting that it's a fivesome, of course.
I hit my middle.
Hold on.
For me.
And here is Carl.
Shot, Carl.
Come on, Carl.
Shot, Carl. Excellent.
And again, just over. Johnny Vegas way out there. Here on this fifth hole. Again, $15,000.
Different ones.
Players arriving here in Halifax have had a chance to Visit the city and the surrounding area.
Remember those days?
Really, we just drove right around.
Here's Bob Weeks now on one of Canada's great destinations.
Halifax, known for its breathtaking coastline and its bustling waterfront boardwalk. A place that celebrates its rich traditions and vibrant cultures. And where the freshest seafood is served up with legendary Nova Scotian hospitality. Choose your own adventure through the many beaches, golf courses, parks and trails that are all within reach. Immerse yourself in the exciting festivals, events and nightlife that make Halifax the cultural hub of Atlantic Canada. Whatever your passion, whatever unforgettable experience or thrill you seek, if it's on your list, it's here in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Awesome place, fabulous people. Go to novascotia.com to learn more. Huge galleries out here at Glen Arbour watching our Fab Five. They make their way up the fifth fairway. Second shots upcoming here at the 2012 TELUS World Skins Game from Halifax.
The VRS driver was designed to hit the ball as far as possible. That's why the engineers who designed it focused their efforts on the one part of the club that actually hits the ball.
Here in my lifetime would mean the world to me. I was 11 years old when I found out I had diabetes. I was really scared. So the two questions that I asked my mom were, am I gonna die and will I be able to dance again? The BANT app helps you take care of your diabetes. It's great for TELUS to have so much involvement with it. Diabetes isn't this humongous part of you. It's something that you have, it's not who you are.
I'm bound to thank you for it. Na, 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 na.
Do you dream in chocolate? Taste Lindor, created with passion only by Lind's master chocolatiers, like nothing you've ever experienced. Exquisite Lindt chocolate with an irresistible center. When you break its shell, Lindor's smooth center starts to melt. And so will you. Smooth, flowing, luscious chocolate, like no other. Lindor from Lindt.
Thursday, still getting it done at 40. AC has passed for over 300 yards in 6 straight.
Touchdown!
Henry Burris and the Ticats have lost 2, but a win in Montreal could tie them with the Owls. Then,
I'm a gunslinger.
Joey Elliott threw for 400-plus yards in just his 3rd CFL start. Now, he faces the league's top defense. The CFL on TSN kicks off Thursday with the Ticats and Alouettes at 7, followed by Wendy's Friday Night Football. Lions, Bombers at 7:30. Every day, something unpredictable and outstanding happens in sports. SportsCenter takes you beyond the game with all the news and highlights and the most comprehensive insight and analysis in Canada. Day in, day out, SportsCenter delivers the perspective you need. From our ultimate insiders to the most exciting top 10 moments in sports. Our team has you covered. SportsCenter on TSN. Your game lives here.
99.
Fifth hole, TELUS World Skins Game. $15,000 on the line here on this par 4. Second shots upcoming. Johnny Vegas is in another area code right now. Once again, let's go down to Bob Weeks and Laurie Kane. Take it away.
You said 104, right?
Laurie, it looks like 4 guys on one shelf and 1 guy on the other shelf. Johnny Vegas, of course, the longest hitter. But all these other guys relatively from the same yardage coming up the hill.
Yeah, Stephen has 124 uphill to a left pin, only left 8 off the left side and dead into it.
Oh, it squirted. No, it squirted on me. I must have had mud on it.
Not his best effort.
That's the danger of this pin position right here. It's right on in front of a ledge, and if you're not all the way there, you're going to be all the way back down, as Stephen's shot just did.
And with the fairways being just a little bit soft, if you're any at all steep, that's what happens.
Glover is 122 away. Probably a pretty good angle to him in. He's bringing it in quite low.
Bob, I don't know that they're giving enough for the uphill here.
Yeah.
Carl Pettersson now 119. Let's see if he learned anything from the previous two. This is a 54-degree wedge. That's going to be long enough.
Shot.
Spinning it back into the corner of the green.
I still think I got to go with the little spot.
Well, if Carl had 119, Paul has got to be 118. I think he has to be a little more aggressive and hit it past this pin.
Needs to get up. We'll be back down with Steven.
Johnny can throw it. Didn't Casey throw one on last?
And now Johnny Vegas on the top shelf, and Jhonattan Vegas was telling me that on the previous hole he tried to hit it too hard. Hit it into the hazard. He said, this time I just swung it nice and easy. He says it's amazing how far it goes when you swing it easy.
That's right, Bob.
76 yards left. You got lucky that one stayed up there, didn't spin back.
I don't have a 50 to 98 yards. So.
There is the favorite son right now. Man of two nations, really. Native of Trinidad and Tobago, now makes Canada his home, has been such a great representative on the PGA Tour since he turned pro in 1987, has had 4 trips to the winner's circle. With his brother Robert as his caddy, Stephen Ames won his first career PGA Tour event at the Western Open 2004. 2006, the unofficial 5th major, the TPC. Ames, great approach on 16. Just hangs in. Got the eagle, the biggest win of his career. Runaway 6-shot victory at Sawgrass. 2007 Children's Miracle Network Classic. Great bunker shot 18. Finishes it off with a putt. Final round 68 and a 1-shot win for Stephen. 2009 Children's Miracle Network Classic. 3-way playoff, second playoff hole. Ames made, George McNeil did not. Stephen Ames had his 4th career win on the PGA Tour. Been a great career for Stephen Ames and the gracious host right now. So now chips and putts upcoming here on this 5th hole. Paul Casey ready to play.
Well, Paul has a little pitch here, and he's got to come up 2 ridges. I think he's going to, if I were playing the shot, I would try to bump it into that closest to the pin ridge and let it release up to the hole. Just like so. Get up.
Stephen facing pretty much the same shot, Laurie.
Yeah. And he was rehearsing a little one-handed chip. So I think he's going to probably carry this up more on top of that top ridge. Oh, got me wrong. Well,
that might come right back down.
Yes.
Throw it back.
Lucas Glover channeling a little Kevin Martin there. You know they had much curling down where he lives.
No, that's, yeah, exactly.
Could have shown me the line, Stephen. Come in, Lucas. Really? All good. Thanks, Carl.
Easy.
This is about giving it enough oomph to get it over the hill, Lori.
Yeah, and then just letting it, you know, letting gravity, because it slopes back towards him off the hole. Gonna get it up.
Hey, I got it.
This interesting shots being played today so far. You know, in flying,
Sometimes what you think you need to do and what actually happens are two different things.
Now Carl Pettersson from just off the green. Probably not a lot in this putt.
No, it should come a little bit towards the back of the green. Again, it's all speed.
Johnny Vegas relieved to see that one stop.
Lagged it. All right, Johnny, just lag it up there.
Gives him the shot.
Lag it up. Yeah, just lag it up. I'll do that for you, Lucas. You will?
And there's not a lot here.
I'll do it for you. I don't believe you. Cameras work. Keep it cooking, please.
Yes. So the cameras don't bother Jhonattan Vegas one bit.
Thank you, sir.
Might help if some of us hit the green on the right level.
Runaway freight train right now. Johnny V with another skin. 45 grand on the board.
Jhonattan, you told me that on the hole previous you swung a little bit too hard. This time you swung a little easier and it seemed to give you the good result. You just had a little flip wedge left into that hole.
Exactly. I mean, this is a course that you don't have to try to hit it too hard. And on the previous hole, I just tried to reach the green and, you know, hit a bad drive. But here, you know, put a good swing, a good second shot, and a good putt. And luckily, you know, these guys didn't make a birdie. So, you know, we just got to continue making that.
You got a big smile on your face. This is a pretty good start.
It is good. I mean, it is good. Like I said earlier, you know, it's good getting ahead. And, you know, I like playing in front. And, you know, I just got to try to continue to keep making birdies.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Rod?
Played in front last year. In front right now, Jhonattan Vegas, 3 skins, $45,000. Last hole at a $15,000 price range is upcoming. It's the 6th, and it's the long bomber hole. The drive to donate when we come back to the TELUS World Skins Game.
Do you dream in chocolate? Taste Lindor. Created with passion only by Lind's master chocolatiers. Like nothing you've ever experienced. Exquisite Lindt chocolate with an irresistible center. When you break its shell, Lindor's smooth center starts to melt. And so will you. Smooth, flowing, luscious chocolate. Like no other. Lindor from Lindt.
Rubber was a revolution in the core of the golf ball. Rubber was the promise of more distance, more spin, more wins. But rubber was. Because the next revolution is resin.
Vancouver Golf Course. Coquitlam, BC is the home of the 2012 Canadian Women's Open. LPGA stars meet in the Lower Mainland hoping to capture one of the marquee events of the season. World #1 Yanni Sang leads a strong field chasing defending champion Brittany Lincecum.
To be 13 under. Gorgeous up and down.
CN Canadian Women's Open starts Thursday at 2 on TSN with rounds 3 and 4 on CBC. It's about showing your true colors, uniting as one, leading, not following, standing up, giving back, coming together, reaching out, celebrating the love of the game, being a fan. It's about soccer. The MLS is on TSN and TSN2.
$45,000 for Jhonattan Vegas. He's the leader right now, but still lots to come here on day one of the TELUS World Skins Game. $15,000 on the line here. 572-yarder. Sixth hole, par 5. Dogleg. Little water in play. It's the TELUS Drive to Donate hole. $10 for every yard off the tee by all 5 players will go to the IWK Health Center Foundation. So hoping for some big drives here, and we'll get the big guy up first. Jhonattan Vegas, fresh off another skin, has the honor.
Like that one. See?
Striped.
Uh-oh.
Well, maybe not. And he did get the corner.
It's all right.
It is good. Oh, it's way out there again.
Better than everything.
All right, Lucas.
Further right. Further.
Way down there as well. And just into the gallery.
Medic.
Medic.
Oh, someone
Medic.
got hit down there.
Okay, hops on it.
That is one thing about the golf course. You have got to be ready. If you are watching, keep your eye to the sky. Lucas already ready to autograph a golf ball for the unfortunate spectator. So we will update that. We hope the person's okay when we come back to the TELUS World Skins.
Back inside the Sports Center newsroom, I'm Corey Warren. The next edition of Sports Center coming up at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Let's get you up to speed with some of the stories that we are following for you this evening. Blue Jays and Tigers, bottom of the second. Bases loaded for Ricky Romero, and he walks Omar Infante. Runner comes in to count. 2-0 Tigers. It's now 5-1 Detroit in the bottom of the sixth. Angels and Red Sox, top of 4, 2-0 LA when Chris Iannetta smokes one off the glove of Mike Aviles. Alberto Callaspo scores. 3-0 Angels at that point, now 5-0 in the sixth. Orioles and Rangers. Top of the first, Scott Feldman uncorks a wild pitch. Nate McLouth comes in to count. It's 1-0 for the O's as they play in the third. And reports indicate that the Oilers are talking to Taylor Hall and Jordan Eberle about contract extensions. We'll have a whole lot more coming up on the next edition of Sports Center. We'll see you at 10 o'clock Eastern.
The VRS driver was designed to hit the ball as far as possible. That's why the engineers who designed it focused their efforts on the one part of the club that actually hits the ball.
A cure in my lifetime would mean the world to me. I was 11 years old when I found out I had diabetes, I was really scared. So the two questions that I asked my mom were, am I gonna die and will I be able to dance again? The BANT app helps you take care of your diabetes. It's great for TELUS to have so much involvement with it. Diabetes isn't this humongous part of you. It's something that you have, it's not who you are.
I'm bound to thank you for it. Na, 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 na.
While we were away, players have teed off, and again, Lucas Glover did hit a spectator. Medics on the scene.
Sorry, sir.
Man, this is a hard way to meet you.
Sorry. My pleasure.
It's all good.
Thanks, partner. Sorry about that.
Hey, no worries.
All right?
No worries.
Okay.
Win a skin, eh?
Yeah, working on it.
So a happier ending, classy gesture from Lucas Glover. That gentleman's got a bruise, and Glover's going to try to win him a skin. It was a TELUS Drive to Donate hole, $10 per yard. There's all the yardage and the carnage. $14,000 plus will go to the IWK Health Center Foundation, donated by TELUS. So let's move ahead now after second shots. Ready for the players' third shots. And Carl Pettersson ready to go. Once again, Bob Weeks and Laurie Kane.
Laurie, another uphill shot to the green here. They can't see the bottom of the flag, I don't think. At least I don't think Carl could from his shot. Still pretty good from there, though.
Yeah, it has a little backstop here, I think, if they need to use it, and I think Stephen might have to.
Carl's backstop pushed it all the way back to the front of the green. So you got to get it back there. Lucas Glover up next.
Yeah, what's their fault again?
That got to the back and spinning all the way back. Good shot by Lucas. He'll have a nice attempt there for birdie. What's about Stephen Ames here, Laurie?
Yeah, I think he's got, I'm saying it's 70 yards uphill. Should be just his lob wedge. Depends on how he wants to fight this. The last couple have been a little steep.
They'll have a run at it as well. Paul Casey in the fairway the furthest up. Jhonattan Vegas is pin high, but he's got a little trouble, which we can see in a minute. But Casey first.
Now, Paul's probably has 30 yards to this hole, and he's got that wide open. He's going to take a nice big swing here. Great shot.
That's better. Thanks, Dave.
Oh, sorry. And Jhonattan Vegas hit his shot pin high, but he's in some very long grass, sort of sitting at the bottom of a bird nest. I think he can play this, actually. It's a nasty looking lie, but I think he can get some club on it, give it a chance.
How things over there?
You're spun left, LG. Like spun that way.
Shot, Paul.
Thanks, boy.
This is one of those shots you got to decide and commit. You're going either up or down. I believe he's going up.
Stay there, that's fine.
It might not be the best place to sit.
I'll tell you what, out of that lie, that's not a bad shot.
Yeah, not bad.
There it is again. Jhonattan Vegas pops it out of the cabbage and onto the green. So 4 is going to be the magic number here on this par 5, worth $15,000. Again, challenging in this 5-man format that they implemented a couple of years ago to get a skin outright. So you have got to strike when you can, and if you can't, you have to hope for help. All right, Carl Pettersson is ready to play in the background.
Yeah, Ron, I think this is pretty much up the hill. Lori, what did you say? Going to go maybe a little bit?
Yeah, it's going to move. It's going to move to his left.
Just at the cup there?
Just at the cup. This is all speed.
That was
A little bit of a pull.
Went left hard.
Knee, Steven.
Yeah, just. Right here. You're next.
Come on.
So, Paul, as you're looking at these putts, what are you thinking? Yours is in there pretty tight.
I got a feeling somebody's going to make one from downtown, as Lucas just put it. You know, you kind of, it's catch-22. You expect the worst, you hope for the best, and I'm greedy and I want skins. But I also want these guys to make as many birdies as possible for charity, so we'll see. I got a feeling one of them's going to make it, though. Now I'm more confident. Amesy's got the easiest putt. Lucas still has a very difficult putt from above the hole. These greens, I think they rolled in the cut at lunchtime. They're so good. They're probably the fastest greens I've putted on for about 5 weeks. I've been playing in Europe. No, I'm dead serious. And right now the guys are just struggling to get the line because the speed is so much faster than we used to.
Dodged another one there. Just one to go.
We'll see. We'll see how gracious Stephen Ames, our host, our Canadian friend, is going to be.
If he misses this, do you think they'll give you yours?
No, I've still got to make it. They don't like me that much. I love the fact Carl just laughed at that.
All right, Stephen Ames trying to spoil Paul Casey's party. Oh. So now, the mighty Casey with the block on from commentator to skin winner.
All right.
Paul Casey has struck $15,000.
Well, Paul, you got more confident with each putt that was going by there, but it must feel nice, even though this is sort of a fun event, to get on the board.
Of course it does. As you reminded me on the first tee, I finished last in this last year. I think the problem with last year is I won a skin or a couple of skins early, and so that my tactic this year was not to get on the board too quickly and kind of build up and wait for the skins to increase in value. So that tactic's just working nicely right now.
How about that wedge shot you played in there, too, just about a foot? What was your strategy with that?
I don't even know the yardage. I mean, when I get that close, I get to a certain point, I just go with feel. 60-degree wedge, put it back in the stance, shut it down a little bit. Try to just, you know, play along the slope because we're playing up a pretty severe upslope there. Just trying to feel it in there, which is exactly what happened. It skipped up forward, probably, 10, 15 feet and checked right next to the hole. So when you're that close, I think every guy out here, when you're 100 yards and in, you're going straight at the flag and you're trying to hold them.
Well, you felt it pretty well there. That was a good one. Good luck.
Way to go, mate. Next hole, the 7th. Skins money is up. $20,000 on the line.
was a revolution in the core of the golf ball. Rubber was the promise of more distance, more spin, more wins. But rubber was. Because the next revolution is resin.
Vancouver Golf Course. Coquitlam, BC is the home of the 2012 Canadian Women's Open. LPGA stars meet in the Lower Mainland hoping to capture one of the marquee events of the season. World number 1 Yanni Sang leads a strong field chasing defending champion Brittany Lincecum.
To be 13 under. Gorgeous up and down.
CN Canadian Women's Open starts Thursday at 2 on TSN with rounds 3 and 4 on CBC. Every day something unpredictable and outstanding happens in sports. SportsCenter takes you beyond the game with all the news and highlights and the most comprehensive insight and analysis in Canada. Day in, day out, SportsCenter delivers the perspective you need. From our ultimate insiders to the most exciting top 10 moments in sports. Our team has you covered. SportsCenter on TSN. Your game lives here. TSN's personalities take you beyond the final scores. Follow us at tsn.ca/Twitter.
Bring it in. Good work, PC. Yeah, good work.
Day 1 of the TELUS World Skins Game from Glen Arbour, outside of Halifax. 6 holes have been played. Jhonattan Vegas leads, but Paul Casey gets his first skin, $15,000. Now the money is up to $20,000 per hole on this par 3 7th hole, listed at 155 yards. Big pond in front of the green. There are the various currencies per our player's nationality. Cheltenham, England's Paul Casey, 1 skin a year ago, already has a skin on day 1. And it looks like, Laurie Kane, they've moved the tee up here.
We've got 150 yards, pitching wedge, and it's a nice little backstop. The pin is on 6, and there's probably another 8 behind that he could feed it off of. The wind is just a little down out of the right. This is a perfect location to make a 1.
Well, Laurie, they're already calling their shot here.
Well, we've got a 9-iron, I'm told.
All right, incoming. Tough to follow in that blue sky. There it is. Short.
No, but it's not a big one. No. Not that I'm helping you or anything.
What do you mean?
Sure. Yeah, but try to.
Too much off.
Well,
it's not my
scam.
tee.
Oh, it's not.
Not even close to my tee. Come on, man.
Okay, Lucas, hang on. Now your turn.
I'll go over here. Salt.
So Johnny V.
I know.
This very accessible pin.
Paul was my teammate on that last hole. He helped stick him up.
Oh dear.
Go.
Here it is. And here it comes. Oh! We might see a 1.
Knocked it the whole way, didn't it?
Terrific shot.
I wanted to get there. I said go.
It's actually short now.
All right, the Canuck. Dead aim. Oh!
Great shot.
Will did.
drive for an Antica.
They have got the number here.
Laurie, the wind here seems to be swirling a little bit. It's not quite as easy to figure out.
No, it's not. That's a little right.
Needs to get up.
And just carries the pond. All right, two very close birdie tries. Carl Pettersson looking to join the party here.
Now, there'll definitely be some birdie attempts here, Rod.
Absolutely. Great shots. But I will tell you, Bob, they are no Tin Cup. Because Mr. Tin Cup is actually here in Halifax. Hollywood actor and musician Kevin Costner. Earlier part of the Pro-Am, along with Tom Cochran. Kevin Costner is with Bob.
All right, Kevin Costner is in the field of the Pro-Am this morning. Kevin, how was your game? And I know you've been a part of this TELUS World Skins Game before. What brings you out here?
Well, you know, we got the invite. Canada's been a really easy place for me to come to and feel good about coming here. And so, you know, it was a opportunity for the band to play music, for the TELUS to raise a lot of money for people who need it. And, you know, that's about the only good I can find out of golf.
Well, we know your on-screen adventures as Roy McAvoy, but what's your golf game like in real life?
Well, I didn't come second at the U.S. Open. Let's put it that way. It's a bonehead question. I can't believe you guys. No, I'm such an average player. I mean, I made 2 natural birdies today, but you know, 2 regular double bogeys. So you know, what's the point? You know, you just want to just go fishing.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Good place to go fishing. Who is this Roy McAvoy? Even attracts Kevin Costner to this land of dreams here in Halifax. Majestic, spectacular, Peggy's Cove. And again, go to novascotia.com and come to Nova Scotia. Beautiful day here. Day 1 of the TELUS World Skins Game. Back on the 7th green. 3 on the green, 2 off. $20,000 on the line here.
Okay. Not in a hurry. Take your time.
Well, all 5 guys here in good position to make a birdie. Lucas is going to try and chip it with the first attempt. But these are 5 very good shots here.
Hang on 1 second. Oh, that's good. That's fine. Go 4 to the left. Drop it down 1 cup away from it.
Getting a mark moved here.
Thanks, Dave.
By Carl Pettersson. Paul Casey he's choosing to putt from where he is.
This should swing Bob quite a bit from his right to left, as we saw with Lucas's chip.
Great roll. Copy.
Pettersson's seen 2 on this line. Manage the speed and the line together. Should be easy, right, Laurie?
Yeah, I think you need to be a little higher. I'd die it in there, but a couple of balls outside the hole.
That one didn't bend nearly as much.
No, he hit it through the break.
Yep.
Now, I would say that Johnny has the best look at this, even though Steven's closer.
Take it easy, Stephen Ames.
Yeah, okay.
Mr. Ames. Oh, sorry, Mr. Ames.
Inside right.
Gracious host, I think not. Sorry, Johnny Vegas. A skin taken away, and away we go to the 8th hole worth 40 grand.
The VRS driver was designed to hit the ball as far as possible. That's why the engineers who designed it focused their efforts on the one part of the club that actually hits the ball.
A cure in my lifetime would mean the world to me. I was 11 years old when I found out I had diabetes. I was really scared. So the two questions that I asked my mom were, am I gonna die and will I be able to dance again? The BANT app helps you take care of your diabetes. It's great for TELUS to have so much involvement with it. Diabetes isn't this humongous part of you. It's something that you have, it's not who you are.
I'm bound to thank you for it. Na, 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 na.
Do you dream in chocolate? Taste Lindor. Created with passion only by Lind's master chocolatiers. Like nothing you've ever experienced. Exquisite Lindt chocolate with an irresistible center. When you break its shell, Lindor's smooth center starts to melt. And so will you. Smooth, flowing, luscious chocolate. Like no other. Lindor from Lindt.
Thursday, still getting it done at 40. AC has passed forward 300 yards in 6 straight.
Touchdown!
Henry Burris and the Ticats have lost 2, but a win in Montreal could tie them with the Owls. Then,
I'm a gunslinger.
Joey Elliott threw for 400-plus yards in just his 3rd CFL start. Now, he faces the league's top defense. The CFL on TSN kicks off Thursday with the Ticats and Alouettes at 7, followed by Wendy's Friday Night Football. Lions, Bombers at 7:30. MLS doubleheader action begins Saturday at 4 on TSN2.
Day 1 of the 2012 TELUS World Skins Game, celebrating 20 years across Canada. First time to Halifax, Glen Arbour, $40,000 on the line here, 8th hole. Big dog leg, par 4. Players ready to tee off. $40,000, 2 skins here at the 8th hole.
Good? Go.
Oh. So Bob Weeks,
Exactly.
what is the MO here?
Exactly.
Well, Rod, they've all decided to try and cut the corner here. You can take quite a bit of the hole off. Goes up and over. Just a question of finding the right line.
What?
Bob, I'm down in the fairway, and
I've hit my big one for the day, John.
this is going to be interesting.
All right. Heads up. You have got to be kidding.
This one's on a pretty good line.
Oh.
I thought over
Nice drive, right 30 yards in front of the green.
Over there. It's fine.
Is it? It's fine. Oh my word. 15 behind Johnny.
60.
Oh my word. Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you would GPS that. So Johnny Vegas probably going to take the same route.
And Rod, Johnny Vegas can really bomb this one. Way up in the air.
It's like 20 by.
Oh. Ridiculous.
Go ahead, Lucas.
Oh.
Wow.
Now Lucas has to follow that. Lucas Glover told me at the start of the day today that en route here, the airline actually broke his driver. So he's using one of Paul Casey's backup drivers. So it's a driver that he's not all that familiar with.
All right, so we'll see that in a moment. First, Stephen Ames.
I did.
Taking a different aim here. More conventional route.
And not to be outdone, our fellow Canuck.
Thanks, LG.
Wow.
He took a little safer route, Laurie.
Just a little bit.
Okay, Lucas. Paul Casey's driver.
Everything looks short.
Again, decides against cutting the corner. And is on the other side. In fact, way over near the other tee box. Whoops.
Carl Pettersson is a sneaky long driver. Laurie, he's in the top 40 in driving distance on the PGA Tour. You don't think of him normally as a big hitter, but he can get it out there.
Yeah, he hits that high cut, and it's a powerful one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Look at that. Wow.
That's about 40.
Well played. 5 very different drives, different strokes, different folks.
Don't even check.
And Paul Casey deciding to take the direct line approach right over the foliage. What a drive.
Did you go that way this morning?
Right here.
Watch it just get over the trees. Right over near that Nike merchandise tent. These players, of course, are all Nike-sponsored players. Nike, a worldwide leader in sports and golf technology. Some of the latest designs in golf wear and, of course, golf equipment. The 20XI ball, resin technology, the revolution is here. We'll get a chance to talk with Nike Golf tomorrow about their latest. So we head to our second shots on the 8th hole on day 1 of the TELUS World Skins Game in Halifax.
Rubber was a revolution in the core of the golf ball. Rubber was the promise of more distance, more spin, more wins. But rubber was. Because the next revolution is resin.
It's about showing your true colors, uniting as one, leading, not following, standing up, giving back, coming together, reaching out, celebrating, the love of the game. Being a fan. It's about soccer. The MLS is on TSN and TSN2.
Great Canadian destination, Halifax, Nova Scotia, the Great Canadian Summer Pastime. The TELUS World Skins Game. Second shot's upcoming now, 8th hole.
Well, Lucas Glover has a little bit of tree trouble. Should be able to get up over it wide. He's almost in the 9th tee, actually. He's got it on a good line. And that's a pretty good shot. He was dead into the wind there as well, which added to it.
What'd you say?
The other four, Laurie, just cut the corner over here and just cannoned it down here. They're all very short.
Yeah, Steven has a total of 80, but I think he wants to hit this about 75 and let it release off the ridge down into the hole. Again, with the greens being soft, you might just fire it right at it. Into the ridge.
Oh, straight at it. Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Well, the guys coming up to have a little peek at what they've got here. To see that flag all the way back and just over that ridge.
I think that Paul's probably got what similar shot to what he hit back on number 4, where a little bit of a pitch skip kind of thing.
Well, as he said, he just plays really by feel here more
Yeah,
than
exactly.
anything on the yardage. Is that what would you do the same thing?
Yeah, I would do the same thing. I would probably have the number a little bit somewhere in the back of my mind, but just trying to feel it in. And again, with the greens being soft, I talked about that ridge, and there's two options. You might take more loft and go over it, or less loft and go into it. I think he likes this lob wedge that he plays his shot with.
Seems to be working today so far.
Absolutely. Just didn't quite get the checking on it. Not bad.
5 yards too far.
Carl Pettersson from basically the exact same distance. See if he plays it the same way. Just stopped. That's what Paul wanted to do in his.
Right.
Combined there, that would have been a pretty good shot.
Oh, I thought it was good.
Vegas just 50 yards, but kind of blocked out a little more than the other guys by this mound to the side.
I think you're going to see him take this up in the air to the left side of the flag and let it come in from the left side. He has not the hump in front of him, which is kind of, he can't see the bottom of the pin. I think he's probably looking at 50 right to the hole. Again, one of those feel shots.
Well, nobody in real close, but all putting with chances here.
Land of discovery, chance to discover a couple of skins, $40,000 up for grabs in Nova Scotia. A name that translates to New Scotland.
In Nova Scotia, people navigate the sea and have mastered it under sail. Here they welcome larger-than-life visitors at sea. There is just something about Nova Scotia that keeps people coming back, whether it's the amazing landscape carved by the sea or a view from every hole. It's just one of those places that you simply need to see for yourself.
Well, Bob, before you see it, you can also see it online, novascotia.com. Back at Glen Arbour, birdie opportunities here. $40,000 available.
Steven's going to go up and over this saddle here, Laurie.
Yeah, and then downhill, as we can tell.
Took off.
One of those putts that is very difficult to judge.
Aggressive stroke.
When you haven't played here
Very.
a lot, you know
Like that.
what's going to happen.
You mean read yours?
Left, right.
Lucas Glover, but this would be a pretty good 3 from where he was off the tee.
I didn't break very much. Like it wasn't touching the ground.
There is
Learned a lot, didn't I, Steve?
still a lot of room left for 4.
What's that?
Yeah, you did. It was fast from up top that hill.
You would expect, though, that 3 is the magic number here.
Sure, that does, doesn't it?
They're having some fun. So Carl Pettersson looking for the 3. No.
I read that before.
A misread as well.
It looked like it was going to break.
Where is everybody? Back
Right
here.
We're all good. You're all behind us good.
That's good there, Paul? Mine?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So 3 down. Paul Casey's turn.
Now Carl's got me confused.
Mm-hmm.
Play less, Carl.
No.
Wow.
Wow.
Good try.
And one more time, Laurie, the door opens for Jhonattan Vegas.
That was excellent.
Opportunity knocks again.
Well, I think they all have their pom-poms out or they're cheering this one. But the door is open.
All right. Johnny Vegas. A chance to add to his total.
He sure doesn't want to let this trophy go away.
No,
he likes
he
the
doesn't.
title.
Johnny, be good.
Yes, he does. Johnny Vegas. Last year, the king of the skins in Banff, and so far on day 1, through 8 holes, he is the man on top again. Johnny Vegas loves Canada.
Here in my lifetime would mean the world to me. I was 11 years old when I found out I had diabetes. I was really scared. So the 2 questions that I asked my mom were, am I gonna die and will I be able to dance again? The Band app helps you take care of your diabetes. It's great for TELUS to have so much involvement with it. Diabetes isn't this humongous part of you. It's something that you have, it's not who you are.
I'm bound to thank you for it. Na, 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 na.
The VRS driver was designed to hit the ball as far as possible. That's why the engineers who designed it focused their efforts on the one part of the club that actually hits the ball.
Do you dream in chocolate? Taste Lindor. Created with passion only by Lind's master chocolatiers. Like nothing you've ever experienced. Exquisite Lindt chocolate with an irresistible center. When you break its shell, Lindor's smooth center starts to melt. And so will you. Smooth, flowing, luscious chocolate. Like no other. Lindor from Lindt.
Saturday, MLS doubleheader action. First, a huge game at Saputo Stadium. Canadian star Dwayne De Rosario looks to keep DC United in the playoff hunt, but Montreal will be looking to make their own impact on the Eastern playoff race. Later, TFC hits the road to battle Houston. The Reds will be testy after the Dynamo marched into BMO Field and won 2-0 in July. Will revenge be in order? Montreal Impact, DC United, Saturday at 4. Houston Dynamo, Toronto FC, Saturday at 8:30. Presented by Kia. Vancouver Golf Course. Coquitlam, BC is the home of the 2012 Canadian Women's Open. LPGA stars meet in the Lower Mainland hoping to capture one of the marquee events of the season. World number 1 Yanni Sang leads a strong field chasing defending champion Brittany Lincecum.
To be 13 under. Gorgeous up and down.
CN Canadian Women's Open starts Thursday at 2 on TSN with rounds 3 and 4 on CBC.
The McKay and McDonald Bridges in the Halifax Harbor. And our host hotel in this great city, the Lord Nelson. Back at Glen Arbour, the finale to day 1. One skin on this hole, the 9th hole, $20,000. The day so far has been owned by Jhonattan Vegas, the defending champion. Here's the 9th hole, 390 yards, par 4. But you can cut some of that yardage off as the crow flies on a direct line. And it looks like these guys are tempted.
Going up.
Right along the water side.
Thank you.
And if anybody can scare this hole, it's this guy. He is looking directly at that hole. Almost a 45-degree angle. Bombs it over the corner of the water. No way! Oh my greatness. That is incredible. 390 yards away.
Tough bounce.
Yeah.
Tough break, Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pin
Just put down the
high.
heel a little bit, didn't you?
Casey's doing the same thing. Now, again, the players did get a chance to play these holes in the morning in the Pro-Am, so have had a look at this, but still. Oh, and he's doing it too. And that one is just a little bit short, but still. Okay, Stephen Ames. Again, over the water. And perfectly placed. Cuts off so much of that distance. Welcome back to the Nike Golf Long Drive competition. Lucas. And through the fairway. And in a bit of a ditch on the side. Folks, this is probably something you don't want to try on your Sunday morning Nassau. Carl Pettersson.
Yeah, Carl. Good one.
More conventional. But Johnny Vegas has owned this day, and with the shot of the day.
Is it on the green?
One of those I don't believe what I just saw moments. Part of the 20th anniversary of the TELUS World Skins Game.
Do you dream in chocolate? Taste Lindor, created with passion only by Lind's master chocolatiers, like nothing you've ever experienced. Exquisite Lindt chocolate with an irresistible center. When you break its shell, Lindor's smooth center starts to melt, and so will you. Smooth, flowing, luscious chocolate, like no other. Lindor from Lindt.
Rubber was. Rubber was a revolution in the core of the golf ball. Rubber was the promise of more distance, more spin, more wins. But rubber was. Because the next revolution is resin.
Vancouver Golf Course. Coquitlam, BC is the home of the 2012 Canadian Women's Open. LPGA stars meet in the Lower Mainland, hoping to capture one of the marquee events of the season. World number 1 Yanni Sang leads a strong field, chasing defending champion Brittany Lincecum.
To be 13 under. Gorgeous up and down.
CN Canadian Women's Open starts Thursday at 2 on TSN, with rounds 3 and 4 on CBC. The 2012 TELUS World Skins Game is brought to you by TELUS. The future is friendly. And by the new VRS clubs from Nike, our fastest family ever.
Nike Golf has these new golf balls that travel 390 yards over water and on a green. Jhonattan Vegas just did that. Lucas Glover, where is he, Bob?
Well, Rod, Lucas Glover actually hit his ball through the fairway. There's a small water hazard on the other side, and he has elected to pick that up and put it in his pocket. So he's going to be a cheerleader here for the rest of this hole.
All right, so an incredible driving display. Yep. Stephen Ames to play first.
And Laurie, Stephen Ames again, another field shot here, a little wedge.
Yeah, I walked it up to where I would land it, and that I would want to hit it something about 58. Again, Stephen's having trouble with this shot, but he needs to smooth it out.
No trouble there.
Just like that.
These players have dialed their wedges in at times today, for sure.
Well, there's a lot of different ways to play this type of shot. You can go up in the air, you can pitch it, you can, as I say, lob it. I think with the soft fairways, they like that, hitting that little pinch.
Pettersson using the slope very wisely there.
Silly long, isn't it?
You talked about Jhonattan Vegas. Stephen Ames here, Rod, talking about Jhonattan Vegas' drive.
It was long. I think he might be close to it, if not longer.
That was tight. Yeah. It was like, right? How you down there?
That's it. All right, Stephen, we're going to see. Watch your short game here, but Jhonattan Vegas, who drove this green, and now looking at it's not an easy putt here, though.
to get this crisply.
Well, Johnny Vegas certainly has endeared himself to Canada.
Acceleration on it, which means
Had 2 great days in Banff last year.
Yeah.
Today already $85,000. Chance for an eagle here.
You know, I'm chipping off
And already one for the highlight reel.
Laurie, I don't imagine there have been too many 2s on this hole, so Jhonattan Vegas will take a pretty good look at this and try and probably make a little Glen Arbour history here.
Absolutely. And
at least not 2s that have used a putter for the second shot.
yeah,
Anyway.
where he's standing right now is probably where he wants to get the ball down to. I am so impressed with how these greens are rolling. I'm kind of jealous I'm not playing.
The finish there? Must have been.
I think it landed right
on the corner right here. Yeah.
Because it kicked left.
Yeah.
Right where those guys are.
Johnny Vegas has this
I mean, last year you
cat-eating grin going on right now.
If I hit it good, he's still got me by probably 10, I'd say, you know. Comfortable.
I think he's got it all over the shot. All over the world. Was it? These things. Last year, he played so well.
For eagle.
Come on. Oh my word, look at that. Huh?
Speed. Not a bad pace.
No,
A lot of pace.
Great.
Phenomenal read.
Looking like he got a little mystified on it.
Yeah, party.
Didn't quite read that right.
Here it is again.
Should have called me in on that one.
PC gonna be a little party spoiler. Sink his.
So party crashing it is.
Okay, so you're in the pocket here. Lucas, do you become cheerleader?
No, as many birdies as possible.
Right. The bottom, end of the day, yeah. We need birdies, right?
Absolutely.
So how far do you think Johnny hit off the tee?
From that angle, that probably flew 315, if I had to guess. I think it measures like 370 all the way around, so I'd say 315 on the fly, straight away. Talented young man.
Get in, do it. Casey for 3. Blows it by.
Okay. Didn't break.
No, it didn't.
I know what you do to Lucas. But it need to be in the ground to break, you know.
Birdies
Oh, easy.
still available here.
Can't use my own lines against me.
No. Okay.
The Swede, Carl Pettersson. A lot of success in Canada. Canadian Open champion 2 summers ago.
Johnny.
Paul.
That long putter. Trying to get on the board here on day 1.
Putt.
Yes!
Well done, Tommy. Let's go.
And he might get on the board here.
You hear it? Excelente. I like the ball. I like the pace of it.
He called it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, partner? Sniff.
So Johnny Vegas, it was his advantage.
Yeah, well.
Everybody was cheering against him a moment ago. And now they are all in his corner except for Carl Pettersson.
I got a gut feeling.
The difference is I just said how easy a putt it was. I mean, that's 20 foot. 20
Is to have the hole carry over the money to day 2.
Yeah,
He does. That caps off a tremendous day
Sorry, Carl.
for Johnny Vegas. Look at Carl Pettersson's face. So they will still putt here because Stephen Ames has a chance too for birdie, and all of the money going to the charity for birdies and eagles. Another $2,000. But Stephen can't cash it.
Boys.
So day 2 could be a lot of fun.
Thank you. Could it be better? Thank you. Could it be more fun?
Salmon.
Salmon.
Salmon. Yeah, the salmon's
Oh, God. Simon.
You would.
The new handshakes. Good show, boys. Good show. Day one. Biggest payday reserved once again for Jhonattan Vegas. On top of the leaderboard here at Glen Arbour. Carl Pettersson right there. The only one pitching a shutout, the Canadian donut right now. Glover, Ames, Casey, 15,000. Johnny Vegas hits the jackpot again in Canada. Once again, here's Bob.
All right, Jhonattan Vegas, day one, it was the Vegas show out there, and what a way to finish it with that drive, driving the par 4. Tell us about that drive.
Oh, it was good, man. I know the wind switched a little bit from this morning, so I knew that I could get here. So I just committed myself to aim over the water and put a good swing, and luckily I hit a good one.
And that was just one highlight on the day. Of course, you ran away with the title so far. What does it mean to be the leader after day one? I guess you still got some work to do.
Well, I mean, the important day is tomorrow. That's when the holes are worth a little bit more. So that's kind of when you really want to play good. But it's good to have a head start. You know, I mean, doesn't put as much pressure on me having the lead. So it's good. I mean, I love it.
You've come off a busy couple of weeks with British Open, with Canadian Open, and lots of golf. And how much fun is it just to kind of have fun and kick back and relax at an event like this?
Oh my God, it's so much fun. I mean, I'm just loving this as much as I'm loving it. You know, anything else, anything else in the game. But this is fun. Just playing with these 4 guys, just having a blast, just going at every par 4 that we can, and just giving each other grief. And I mean, we're just having a blast. And it's good that Canada and Nike is doing this event here, and we're just happy to be here.
All right, well, congratulations. Good luck tomorrow. Rod?
All right, Bob. Can't wait for tomorrow. And congratulations to the guys for raising a lot of money for the IWK Health Center Foundation through day one, almost $40,000. All the drives, all the putts, and of course the one eagle on the board by Lucas Glover. Well done. Great cause. 5 great players. Showed us a good time again in the Maritimes. A glorious day in Atlantic Canada. 20th anniversary of the TELUS World Skins Game in Canada. And we had some shots again for the highlight reel. And once again, for the 2nd straight year, it has been Viva Johnny Vegas. So for Bob Weeks and Lori Kane, this is Rod Black. We will see you tomorrow for day 2 of the TELUS World Skins Game.
Here in my lifetime would mean the world to me. I was 11 years old when I found out I had diabetes. I was really scared. So the 2 questions that I asked my mom were, am I gonna die and will I be able to dance again? The BANT app helps you take care of your diabetes. It's great for TELUS to have so much involvement with it. Diabetes isn't this humongous part of you. It's something that you have, it's not who you are.
I'm bound to thank you for it. Na, 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 na.
The VRS driver was designed to hit the ball as far as possible. That's why the engineers who designed it focused their efforts on the one part of the club that actually hits the ball.
Thursday, still getting it done at 40. AC has passed forward 300 yards in 6 straight.
Touchdown!
Henry Burris and the Ticats have lost 2, but a win in Montreal could tie them with the Owls. Then,
I'm a gunslinger.
Joey Elliott threw for 400-plus yards in just his 3rd CFL start. Now, he faces the league's top defense. The CFL on TSN kicks off Thursday with the Ticats and Alouettes at 7, followed by Wendy's Friday Night Football. Lions, Bombers at 7:30.
You're looking more like your old self, Charlie. I'm dead.
If you're sticking around, it's usually for a reason.
Why isn't he waking up?
You're on the verge of saying it. Why won't you wake up?
Because I don't want to wake up!
CTV Saving Hope, Thursday at 9/8 Central.
CN Canadian Women's Open starts Thursday at 2. You're watching TSN, Canada's sports leader, a division of Bell Media. This is SportsCenter.
Hoping to regain his rhythm in Motown, Ricky Romero desperately tries to end his recent struggles and climb back into the win column. The focus on the mound shifts to the U.S. Capitol. Approaching his season limit, Steven Strasburg strives to extend the Nationals' grasp on first place in a pivotal tilt against the Braves.
Somebody's going to get schooled.
And day 5 of the Kraft Celebration Tour lands us in Dutchie's hometown of Porcupine Plain, Saskatchewan.
Dude, I'm pretty dynamite.